How do you can green beans? If you want to preserve your green beans for the long haul, you might be wondering how to can them properly. Canning green beans is a great way to ensure you have nutritious vegetables available when fresh produce is hard to find. Let's break down the steps to make this process easy and safe. First, you need to gather your equipment. You will need clean canning jars with lids and rings, a pressure canner with a gauge and rack, a canning funnel, a ladle or large spoon, a jar lifter, and a non-metallic spatula or chopstick. You will also need large pots for heating water and beans, and a colander for draining. Now let's prepare the green beans. Start by washing them thoroughly in several changes of water. Snap or cut off the ends and break the beans into smaller pieces, about 1 to 1.5 inches long. You can choose to blanch the beans by boiling them for about 5 minutes, which helps keep their color and texture. However, you can also pack them raw if you prefer. Next, it's time to pack the jars. Fill your clean jars with the raw or blanched green beans, leaving about 1 inch of headspace at the top. If you want to add some flavor, you can include salt, typically half a teaspoon for pint jars and 1 teaspoon for quart jars. Pour boiling water over the beans until they are just covered, again maintaining that 1 inch headspace. Use your non-metallic spatula to remove any air bubbles by running it along the inside edges of the jar. Wipe the rims of the jars clean to ensure a good seal, then place the lids on and screw on the rings fingertip tight. Now let's move on to processing. Place the jars on the rack inside the pressure canner. Add the recommended amount of water, usually 2 to 3 inches, but check your manufacturer's instructions. Seal the canner and bring it to the correct pressure, which is typically 10 to 15 pounds per square inch, depending on your altitude. Process pint jars for about 20 minutes and quart jars for about 25 minutes. Once the time is up, turn off the heat and let the pressure drop naturally before opening the canner. After processing, carefully remove the jars using your jar lifter and place them on a towel or rack to cool undisturbed for 12 to 24 hours. Once cooled, check the seals. The lids should be concave and should not flex when pressed. Label your jars with the date and store them in a cool, dark place. Canning green beans can extend their shelf life for up to a year or more, giving you a reliable source of vitamins and fiber when fresh vegetables are not available. This method does not require refrigeration, making it perfect for long-term food storage. By mastering this canning process, you can secure a nutritious food source that supports your self-sufficiency efforts.